Well, this burger doesn't play by the rules. It has juicy beef, smoky bacon, and a swipe of blueberry sauce. It's a flavor mashup that somehow makes perfect sense. And Amy Nash will show us how. Welcome to Studio 5 from California, Amy Nash.
Thanks, Amy.
All right, well, we're all dying over this combo. It is the cover girl of your new cookbook.
That's right. So the cookbook just came out. It's one of my favorite recipes and has been for years, and it had to be the cover. It just spoke to me.
It is a cover girl. It's a cover girl hamburger. Okay, so let's talk about first the flavor combo. What is it about a burger and then having that blueberry on there?
Okay, so you get like the savory and the sweet because the blueberry sauce is made with balsamic vinegar. So it's going to have like all these different flavors that work really well, and you get the salty burger and like the juicy meat, the bacon, the peppery, spicy arugula, and it all just, it works together.
You're making
so
my
great.
mouth water. Okay, you say that when we look at hamburger, we need to treat it like a steak. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so May is actually National Hamburger Month, and I totally feel like burgers get a short wrap when they're compared to steaks. You want to let your steak sit out at room temperature. Same with your burger.
Okay.
You want to make sure it's seasoned really well and then sear it on high heat, and that's going to lock in all those juices. And then when it's done, you want to let it rest so the juices redistribute, just like any good steak.
Okay, well, I need to look more into your cookbook because I get scared I'm not going to get it done all the way through, and then I'm going to, get a E. coli or something. But you say sear it first.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I've got a good trick to make sure it gets done all the way through. And that's how you shape your patties. So when you're making your patty, you want to do a little indentation in the center of each patty. You just use your thumb and you just, I'm not going to do it right here, but you just press it into the center of your patty and it makes this indentation. And that's going to help the burger cook up evenly. It won't puff up like a tennis ball. It'll cook flat, and it will help all the juices cook better so you get an even cook on your burger.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Okay, I'm going to remember that. Talk about the seasoning. You said the seasoning is very important.
It's super important, and really when it comes to it, all you have to use is pepper, salt, and maybe some garlic, or just use your favorite seasoning blend. Absolutely. So I've just got a seasoning blend here that I love, but I just make sure to check the label, and it should have salt, pepper, and garlic as usually your top three.
One-stop shop.
That's right.
Okay.
So we're just gonna season our burgers. And you want to be generous with your seasoning, just like with a good steak, because it's going to caramelize on the outside and draw out all the flavors. And then you're going to put it on your hot pan, which normally I'd use a charcoal grill outside, but I've got an indoor grill pan, and we're just going to throw them on there. And then we'll season the other side.
Listen to the sizzle. So while those are cooking, the star of the show, the blueberry sauce, what are our ingredients there?
Okay, so the blueberry sauce is actually really, really simple. So all we're going to do is we take a couple of cups of blueberries, and they can be fresh or frozen. We'll dump those in with some sugar and some lemon juice. Here, I'll give this to you. Have you ever used one of these lemon juicers? Go ahead and just squeeze that in.
The whole thing?
Yep, the whole thing.
So it's a whole half that we're using.
Half a lemon.
Yummy.
And we'll add some balsamic vinegar, about 1/4 of a cup. But cooking is pretty forgiving, so we can just eyeball this.
That smells good already.
And some salt. Yeah, you can already smell the flavors. We're gonna cook this for about 10 minutes. The berries will break down. It's going to create this beautiful, wonderful, like juicy, jammy, sweet and savory with the blueberries and the balsamic.
What consistency are we looking for?
Kind of like a thin jam.
Okay.
You don't want it super thin, but it's not like as thick as a jam.
Okay.
So it's kind of right in between there.
And now, I mean, this layout, and if I'm doing a burger bar, this is what I want to see when I go to put my burger together. What's our assembly tricks?
Okay, so let's go ahead and assemble our burgers. So I've got a plate right here, and I have some burgers that are already done. And we'll just grab a bun.
What buns do you like?
Oh, I love a really good brioche bun.
Okay.
Absolutely. And so I've got some burgers, and they have some melted Havarti cheese, which I love because it's nice and creamy. And then we're going to add a couple pieces of bacon on our burger.
Sure. She's got the perfect crispiness.
And some red onions for that spicy, crunchy bite. Okay, and then this is where it gets fun. This is our blueberry sauce. And we're just going to pile this on.
Right on top.
The thing you have to know about these burgers is they're going to be messy, and that's totally okay. So as much as you
put
want.
a generous amount on there.
Oh, I sure do. I love it.
You like to spill over.
Absolutely. And then we're going to add some of this peppery arugula.
I have to admit, I rarely use arugula on a burger, but it looks beautiful, and I like arugula.
It's so great. I'm all about these modern flavors. They really like amp up our burgers today. And then I've got this homemade basil aioli, and it's super easy and fast. Comes together in 5 minutes. We'll spread that all over the top of our bun.
We can find that in your cookbook too?
Yep, this is all in the recipe, and then that's it. That's our blueberry bacon burger.
Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. Have you ever had anyone who didn't like the blueberry?
Oh no,
everyone loves it.
Everybody doubts it, but everybody loves it. It's one of the things that people request over and over and over again.
Okay, we know we can get your cookbook all the places. Where else can we find you and your recipes?
So my site is called House of Nash Eats, and you'll find me all over social media at House of Nash Eats. And the cookbook right now is sold exclusively through my website, houseofnasheats.com.
So it's not all the places, it's on your website.
Yeah, right now it's exclusively on my website.
Okay, thanks so much, Amy. I'm excited to dig in.
Thanks.
Okay,
thanks.